Welcome to the Anti-Social Handbook for the Social Sciences. Today we're going to look at the concept of a poll tax. Now, the phrase poll tax is actually pretty ancient. It's been around for a very, very long time, and it used to mean basically a tax on every individual adult in the household, and it was used as a revenue generation thing for governments for centuries, thousands of years. There's a different kind of poll tax that started being used in the United States in the 19th century. And it was sort of a response to Reconstruction, which was sort of trying to dismantle the effects of slavery. What this poll tax was basically requiring a sort of tax to be paid in order to vote at the voting polls. This was meant to disenfranchise poor or primarily African American residents. It was meant as a form of disenfranchisement along with a lot of the Jim Crow laws and other things. It was eventually ruled unconstitutional because everyone under the 15th Amendment should be allowed to vote under those rules. And the reason this is coming up again is because there's a new act trying to be passed in Congress now called the SAVE Act, which is on its surface there to preserve voter safety, make sure that the elections are safe and fraud-free. The problem is there's no widespread voter fraud. That's not a thing. It's a fiction that they've created in order to sell this and to create this, creating basically a new kind of poll tax by requiring people to have passports or birth certificates in order to vote. Not everyone has that stuff available. Some studies say that only 9% of eligible voters don't have any access to documentation to prove that they're here. About half the country doesn't have passports. And do you know where your certified birth certificate is? I certainly don't. This is being done as a method to control who votes and sort of limit it to a certain group that votes the right way. So you need to contact your Congress people, tell them not to vote for the SAVE Act because it's putting an undue financial burden on people who should be able to legally vote. Voter fraud is very, very rare here in the United States. Mail-in votes, very, very little instance of voter fraud whatsoever, a negligible amount. And they're creating a problem to create a solution that will be used to oppress people. And we need to make sure that that doesn't happen.